Hi everyone, I'm Penny and welcome to another N.E.S.T Kids video. Today I'm going to show you how to do finger knitting. So all you're going to need is a bit of wool or a bit of string. So I've got a bit of wool here. You can see I don't have much at all. And so what I'm going to do is, first thing is going to make a slip knot. I'm going to get the end of the ball of wool and I'm going to wrap it around my fingers like this. And then so you can see the end still there. And then I'm going to get this end and I'm going to bring it under and bring it through the loop that I just made around my fingers. And that's made a slip knot where I can adjust how big or how small it is. So what I'm going to do is, you can see I've got this short end here and I've got this long end that's attached to the wool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the long end that's attached to the wool and I'm going to wrap a bit around my finger. And then the loop that I already had on my finger back here, this one further back, I'm going to pick that up and I'm going to pull that over my finger, over and off, and then I'm going to pull this short end here and then I'm going to pull the long end so it just goes back up to my finger, and that's made a stitch. So you can see the little V. So I'm going to do this again. So I wrap it around my finger, I get the stitch that's further back, pick it up, pull it off my finger, pull the short end just to tighten it, and then pull the long end so it comes back to my finger. So wrap it round, pull this stitch off, pull the short end, pull the long end. Wrap it around my finger, pull this off, pull the short end, so it's the end that you can start to see the V's. Yep, and then pull the long end that's still attached to the wool. So wrap it around my finger, pull the short end off my finger, pull the long end, wrap it around my finger, pull the stitch off, pull the short end, pull the long end. Wrap it around my finger, pull the short end, pull the long end. Wrap it around my finger, pull the stitch off, pull the short end, pull the long end. Wrap it around my finger, pull it off, pull the short end, pull the long end. So always remember, the bit that you're wrapping around the finger is the bit that's attached to the wool. So wrap the bit that's attached to the wool around your finger, pull the stitch further back off your finger, pull the short end, pull the long end. Wrap it around your finger, pull the stitch off, pull the short end, pull the long end. Wrap it around your finger, pull the stitch off, pull the short end, pull the long end. Wrap it around your finger, pull the stitch off, pull the short end, pull the long end. Wrap it around your finger, pull the stitch off, pull the short end, pull the long end. So you can do this and you can make a bracelet, which is what I'm going to make today. You could make a necklace, you could make a hairband, a hair bobble, you could make a scarf for a doll or a teddy. All sorts of different things. I've seen it before where people have done it with like green wool and made a snake. All different kind of things you can make. And you can just keep on going. You don't even have to make anything. It's just fun to do. And it's quite relaxing. So one more time. Wrap it around my finger. Pull the other stitch off. Pull the short end, pull the long end. Wrap it around my finger. Pull the other stitch off. Pull the short end, pull the long end. Wrap it around my finger. Pull the stitch off. Pull the short end, pull the long end. Wrap it around my finger. Pull the other stitch off. Pull the short end, pull the long end. Wrap it around my finger. Pull the stitch off. Pull the short end, pull the long end. And so you can see that I've created the V's that you would see in knitting, like on a knitted jumper, without having to use any needles, just a tiny bit of wool and just my fingers. And then so when I get to the end, I snap this off from the rest of the wool, and then I'm just going to finish it off by getting this and pulling it through the loop, pulling it tight to make a knot. And then, so what I'm going to do, because I'm making a bracelet, is I'm just going to tie these two ends together, like so. You can make it any length, and you can use any colour, you can use any thickness. There's all sorts of different things you can do. So you see, made a knot, and there, I've finger knitted myself a bracelet in about 5 minutes. So I hope you have fun trying this out. Okay, bye.